Hello there, guys. White to move here and win. But we have this annoying pin from black, really trying to attack our knight. The three pawns are going down in the diagram, and ours is, of course, then going up. So, well, we have a knight here for a couple of pawns, but it's not easy to win unless you find the very brilliant variation that leads to a victory. So, pause the video now and see if you can find how white wins from here. Go ahead. And welcome back. Well, so we need to do something about this pin, obviously. We cannot just grab the pawn here. We will lose our knight, and from here, well, this is not winning for white. We are pawn down and nothing really to do. And of course, we cannot move the king anywhere, then we will just lose our knight and we will lose the game. And the knight is pinned, so it cannot be moved either. So we have to move our queen. Okay, there is two moves that move and protect the knight, but none of them wins. We can look; it will be the same. So black will just maintain the pressure here and play something like queen f7. Note that he cannot push the pawn, and it's of course a very nice little discovered check, and the queen is lost and everything like that. So he has to maintain this pin and play something simple like queen f7. And if we try to do some check here, well, then he can play b4 and starting to escape with his king. And if we do something like this, it's just not winning here. We lose the knight right away. So if we maybe do play queen h3, protect here, and wants to give some check here, well, black will just move his queen back and forward on this diagonal, keeping the pressure at a good point, escape with the king, and prepare for a4. So anyway, we are not winning like this. We cannot try to protect the knight. So if we cannot move the king, we cannot move the knight, we cannot move the pawn, and we cannot move the queen to protect the knight. What are we going to do to win this? Well, of course, we sacrifice the queen. Queen g4 check. That is the winning move. Yes, the queen is lost straight up. We just lose it like this, but it's actually not a queen loss, it's an exchange. Because then we get away from the pin and we can attack. Knight takes c5 check, force move, king b4. And how do we really proceed now? Here we go. Knight d3 check. The king can go to two different squares. Well, if it goes to a4, we simply play b3 and checkmate. And if it runs out to c4, now we get the fork we want to, and we will get the queen, and from here actually we win. This pawn and this knight will be enough to win this against the two pawns. We will not, of course not allow him to exchange this in any way, but it's very easy win. He can try something like this, and well, then we can just attack with our king, or try something here to block. Well, we can then attack with the king like this. He's not cannot play. Then we he loses a pawn, and now from here we just bring our knight closer like this, and we win. So let's just look at one other variation. After we check with the queen here, he doesn't have to take. Of course, if he moves any of the pawns to block, then we will simply take his queen and we win. But he can play queen c4, and that is a bit interesting to look at, of course. Now we cannot take it. He will take back, and well, this is just not winning. It looks like it's winning. Perhaps we get a pawn up. and grab here. But now these pawns are in perfect position to stop this one. So we can play king b4 or b5 and go back and forward with his king and have these pawns stopping everything. So that is actually not winning. We have to do something else. And the move here to win is queen e4. We are putting him in Zugzwang. He cannot move the queen. It's pinned, so he can move it back or forward, something like this, or take the queen. If the king moves, what happens then? Queen e1 check. King has to go back or sacrifice the queen. And if it goes back, we have a checkmate here. So what happens if the queen moves to b4? Well, then he drops the pin of our knight, which means we simply play knight takes c5 with a checkmate. And the same if he goes to d4 with the queen. Again, it drops the pin, so we can take here with a check. Cannot even take back. Actually, we're going to checkmate him in the next move. So that's how we win this. First, beautiful queen sacrifice. If black plays the best defense, which is queen c4, we just move our queen, sacrifice it again, and put him in Zugzwang, and we win from here. Very, very cool little puzzle, I think. I hope you enjoyed it too. Have a great day. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.